The biggest needle mover for my average order has been how to actually present the programs. I'm going to circle back on my call with Josh again here. I mentioned to Josh that everything that I was doing to show my customers the full product line, build this big wish list, and we came to the conclusion that I was overwhelming a lot of my customers with too many options, and my process was not as focused and streamlined as it could have been. So what was the solution here? I decided it would be more effective to focus on one thing at a time for my clients. If the opportunity arose for a bundle deal, I would navigate that as it came up. So this is where I felt like my program's focus approach was really born, and it mostly ended up being me just focusing on upgrades at that moment. But I noticed a huge difference in how customers responded and how open they were and how excited they were about a $1,000 plus package. Shameless plug here. I highly suggest you invest in the Cutco collection slash like programs, laminated sheets that Vast Action has. That's been huge for me. Thank you, Brian Carter, for getting me that last year. This gives you and your customers a great visual to choose what direction they want to take. So my approach, which I got from Curtis, is hey, just so you know, Cutco has changed a few things since you last saw us. Since you're a past client, is it okay if I keep you in the loop? And of course, they're like, yeah, what's going on? What did you guys change? Great. Now, our guarantee, quality, and service always stays the same, so you don't have to worry about that. But we did change what we were doing when it came to our specials and our pricing at our events like these. We would have a lot of customers stop by our fairs, our service events, and add a piece or two here and there, which is totally fine, but it's by far the most expensive way to get Cutco, and most people don't want to pay individual pricing. So what we did is we designed some new programs for our past customers like yourself, so you can utilize those to save money. Is it okay if I give you a brief update on some of those? And guys, have a nasty 10 to 30-second pitch on every program we offer. The order that you should do it in is upgrade, cookware, flatware, accessories, and gifting. That's what I've found kind of works. So I really like to keep it to those 6 programs. I find it doesn't overwhelm people. It gives them a good amount to choose from. And most people will be interested in one or multiple. So the question is, so just out of curiosity, what would probably be the next program you would consider looking at from Cutco? And they'll tell you, go, great. So you have a little bit more info on that program, or you have a little bit more info on that package, and then just go into it. Now, when it comes to bundles, you're going to get some people that are like, well, I really like blank, but I would also probably use blank. Now, it's up to you to make that mental note of that and take the time to pitch multiple programs. Decide whether or not you want to pitch both and close on a package deal, or get one sold and upsell the other. I think both ways are really effective. So what's really nice about this approach is it's very simple, it's very streamlined, and as we all know, a confused mind doesn't buy. When you can narrow the focus for yourself and your customers to just $1,000 package at a time, you have a high closing ratio on it, I find. And that's a massive increase in your average order. Now, of course, the argument people always make, well, aren't you leaving CPO on the table if you aren't showing a $10,000 package every time, especially if they can afford it? Maybe here and there, but the way I look at it is I'm good enough to upsell and navigate those conversations for a $10,000 order, which I had an $11,000 order at my service event, and have a much higher closing ratio on a $1,000 package. That's a great starting point to increase my averages. So